Youngest musician in the country now. His name is Photocopy, son of retired musician Kwachi. And clearly, Photocopy is doing better than the dad ever did. Starboy Photocopy, featuring South Africa's Uhuru in this classic called Tomorrow. Nyum Papa Nyansa Wom. So it is on this note that I welcome you one more time to today's edition of the best entertainment show on your station, my station, our station, OK 101.7 FM, where everything is okay. Our proud sponsors for the best entertainment are Tortina 74, the efficacious immune booster, Ubia Fasci, and Vodafone Ghana. A show proudly produced by Obia, Gloria, David, and Nose Pablo. And today, being Friday, I have the privilege of having the one and only, the indefatigable DJ Bosco, a very mature DJ with patience and a lot of humility as my music director. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying with us. As usual, Yababe Bon Komo till 12 noon. And say, Mpenyu for Amofre Ghana Tourism Authority. Amababe Kainwa. Yababe bought tourism Hunkomo. With a little focus on the Omofre December in GH. Say, was it last week or I forgot when it was? Many Sucresafo Shase, Nansu Yantumi and Yui. And a band say it was this couldn't have been a Monday. Pablo's Ultrantro. We know the other girls no. I was going to cry. I was going to one time trying to trust out. Whatever it is, we are continuing. My member, Secretary General
Halifax.
What do you bush and also?
Medim bush. Me try and throw that. Me can't be a and throw a dear mean to a bidder. Are they?
Yo, yatsi. Yeah, Daniel say won't try and throw that. I say, but I never saying.
Oh, be a cosoboko.
When I see Enra won't see upon.
Enra, Halifax.
Yeah.
The Anibia, Mekonuma DB. Me boni din be problem.
Okay.
And I feel there. Me numa didn't do me yamono. I didn't go do me. I feel there now. I say free me style be from National Theatre.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I managed to drive to a place and then nyande say me ya and say me num nso bebre na mpacho aden.
Yeah. Okay, no. You drove to a place.
Yes.
Na oko no mbese won bo ade chrono dey.
Boa e bia ne akọ affect.
Na sa ade no ebata oba kokoso ana
you drink.
Na say oba kokoso drink wo ho.
There be enrollment lunch Akwaba Festival at National Theatre.
Okay.
Yes.
Omo lunch.
Yeah, CJ any
National
Commission on Culture.
Okay, I get it.
CJ National Commission on Culture and National Theatre.
And there be a lunch no twice.
So no mo bia no.
Safo.
Yes. To bo say anu from brejo. Oh ya lunch de da ba bia no mo bia no.
Oh, okay.
Omo your opening ceremony no. Enra. Inti ena me ye serve me ade bi na unso bia ne system sene yeti.
Matias here.
So we say say last week on mu aye bi a ma ofe ye. E wo hansi no.
Me. I thought I said won't try and throw that.
Oh, Halifax.
Joyce, look see your chiao.
Oh, me jene so. Elizabeth Gates is also me jene so.
On by.
Oh my. Okay.
Joyce, look see.
Okay. And Rana Johnson, when him say me coffee na say me say.
Yeah, what mean say mamun twima no nkose bone. Mu nyina mo abie masom. E na safo si enra on okonum bribi. Na ade no fa ne yam. Na on person ba de krono den. Now a bear man ti so okonum bribi on person bone den. I have a right to ask him say I mean, enya bone bia.
To the pure.
But who said breast milk is not pure?
Oh. I hear.
Socrates doesn't lie. He just forgets. His name is Dr. Kalipo Kalipo.
Thank you, Dr. Kalipo Kalipo. Dr. Kalipo Kalipo. Hey, now we on to
And yes, I will try and throw.
There be.
Just as
sometimes
you forget.
I do forget sometimes. Watch it out, Ampa.
Okay.
And run a Judiana and also me coffee and easy, mammy. Young crow for you, but and also
grown for being
and cry. But you crum.
Ama Michaels Halifax Wubwa. What say Dodo? Men are midimio. And I may see me say, dear Safo Kayano. So see you and Ramiconum drink a BNA farmia. Make I say, well, but I see you and Ramiconum breathy. Na, me pese me body crunodin. Na, me di chiamano sen, na me chin ye mwa. And I, farm, yes.
Halifax.
Safo.
Thou shalt not lie. It's part of the 10 Commandments.
Let's take it one by one. There would no me, no. One fan to your one.
Me the chairman.
One tune me.
There be man training me. Man training. There be.
Ajay. Young go name. It's Papa of Regana Tourism Authority. Nidindi Ora and Yunyamfo. Ernest Odami. Na oye project officer ewo GTA Mr. Ernest Odami na moko Facebook ambe ho say wa join abodri or can beard gang no say yeah Mr. Odami mo akwaba
me nua mejo so na o say mama me akwanya na ma join mo
mpacho we anyum to ni
me pacho dey bi anyum dia o mama microphone na ha obedum
nti your voice dey want me fan bobbies
maybe you are able to try back.
Bosco, who can you way? Ma wa dum num Brian so. Shishama me ne Mr. Dambe. You better say a bar na ono betu bezo no. Wow, Bosco, no so shampa. That's why I like my DJs. Me I don't know me name I don't know who me name the niti apaya kun chen nyonko, but you better no sir. Me can say apa. Tina pai. Say ye pe omo pimpe ma pade say Bosco also can ho any safo Mr. Adame yes say mo launch December in GH
yeah
na edinsen bebre ba ya depa enti my tie for ntwema no nkosi boni biom
yeah
ba me say communication no my mu chefa clearly say matia it means clearly communicated.
True.
Me say mo brochure kra wo ha e ya me hwem kakran.
No great.
But still pa bebre so see enye so mo ntie na so mo ntie ase agie. And so I asked them that which part don't you understand, and they said the whole show.
The whole show pa.
So I don't know a church is a before rough.
I tell you.
Umbe train so can in area.
So one tears here.
And yes, so which part to see the whole show? Now the whole show no yes starting and then Obia nye with that. Ebo for Mr. Adami, take us through. What is this December in GH? Why is it necessary? What exactly does it involve? Na umay summary na ABI you will answer some of my questions in your narrative. And yes, sir, now some specific questions.
Mate, Halifax me da say akwenya nso me de chia wati food na.
It's here for you.
So ne wo hono say mobe boa me kakra brofo no ya na eta afra twi no say the na etie ho asin I think say it should be better. Yeah, me da say. So a ban say December in GH. First of all, no em say the understanding clearly that a lot of people don't have, and they say December in GH is not, and I repeat, it's not an event.
I see.
And yet event America say my friend obi metonyum ni enhwe. It is not an event. Rather, no, it's a promo. It's like a brand that you create to capture Ghana in the position of a holiday destination. That we use this to invite a lot of diasporans, Ghanaian diasporans, even the global African diasporan, to come to Ghana. And so that's just the first thing I made the kayaka. So Uyobia we di kakra. Who say December in JJ introduced in 2019 as part of the Year of Return campaign as well. You know, it's also a campaign. Basically, no, it's like an umbrella campaign that brings a lot of events together in the last quarter of the year. Specifically, December is what we target or narrow down to the most, where throughout the country, we have lots and lots and lots of events, panning from cultural events, music festivals, concerts, fashion shows, and all in one. And basically, in December in GH is something that captures Ghana as a destination or holiday destination season for the country.
Okay. So let me get it right.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody asks me, December in GH, where is it taking place? I should tell him that no, it's not an event.
Great.
But
It is near Waka say Easter no happen way. Easter happens in almost every region. But specifically, you can narrow down to some particular event. Untimi nka say Easter na kwa upe enewo. Uhwemu yie pa, the people from the Volta region do celebrate even almost more than the people from the Eastern region.
I went to Winneba Easter. I was surprised. I was like, nah.
Into the question of Easter,
Okay. Into December in GH, a season.
It's a season.
It's but sad thing, it's just like an umbrella.
Great.
That covers a lot of
so
events.
It's a campaign. Basically, it's a campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, basically it's a campaign.
It's a campaign.
So we create that, about Ghana Tourism Authority. Our core mandate is to market the country.
Okay.
And as part of marketing, what product we now market here, it's up to you to create, targeted means and should I say out of the norm ideas, to market what you're doing. And as part of our core mandate to market the country, this is one of the brands, this is one of the campaigns that we have embarked on the past few years, started 2019, to be able to always keep the destination Ghana as a holiday season that invites the Ghanaian diaspora, the African diaspora, and the global diaspora as well to come to Ghana.
Why December? Why not, let's say, February, March, April, May, June? Why December?
Halifax, yeah, you graduated, started free, baby. And sometimes you want to look at the lower hanging fruits. Naturally, December is a season where there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of activities. And we thought, okay, so this idea, let's take advantage of that particular season. And then gradually, obviously in Ghana, we are in Ghana for you, apart from the last quarter of the year, you have the chocolate day, time, that's the Valentine's Day that we all know. But and yet as big as December, generally for family and visits. And so it's one of the things, as we are starting from December, the last quarter of the year, with time, it's a marketing strategy. With time, we'll capture another part of the year. It's just up to us reaching the target that we have set to reach. Then from there we begin to add more and add more. The whole for instance, year from January to December, it's like a traffic zone in Ghana.
When you say, we want to market Ghana as the ideal tourism destination country, especially during Christmas season, and so we are doing this campaign, this promo, to basically coordinate the various. Why isn't it necessary? Who said when the tourists come, they don't know where to go or which events to attend?
Halifax made that. Said this one a bit broader than we are discussing. However, so tourists do. So person who visit the country, oftentimes what do? You probably would have gone online. You do a little research. You put together an itinerary and then things that you want to do. But the question is, so Korea, then what? We need to find a way to make sure that we stimulate the industry, the economy of the industry that we find ourselves in, and make sure that tourists are bad there. What out radio station, Pono? What do you also benefit from it? We need to look at other means of marketing the product to make. So, Obi plan this over for 10 days. A bear fese over for 10 days. No, I can say, make a set 10 away there. Pese me 15. What would be the reason to do that? That means, Oba, who say no. Oba and Afrochella be air cost. Taste of Ghana be cost, baby. Oba, who say there's a new product in some tourist destination that you don't even know. What be 2% okoyebi. Oba, who said there's a new canopy walk, that you didn't even know about. These are the things that we promote. Instead of what plan is Oba to spend, let's say, $2,000 for the whole 10 days. What did 15 days now compare $4,000?
How exactly are you doing this market? So we see more markets, more promo, more campaign. What exactly are you doing?
All right. So, for example, let me start from the secretariat within the Ghana Tourism Authority that has handled the year of return through to the beyond the return now. Now, there's a secretariat there. So Kaya, a few, should I say 3 to 4 years back in 2019 when we launched the the year of return.
Year of return.
A lot of people that had the same confusion on what is it. Is a happen one. We forgot clearly say it was a campaign and not an event.
Okay.
So this is how we went about, which is the same, process. It's like a template at all. You only have to make it better. You can't see yourself going below it next time. So what we do is this. Once we launch this, it's a reason to invite all event organizers in the country, all individuals who think they play in the hospitality sector, all organizations who have something to attract investment or any kind of tourist, event. We invite them to submit proposals, give us ideas on what they want to do. As part of our core mandate to market the country, say ye tie mo ye na ye gi de kan yen so ye marketing campaign na ye out of the country to invite people to come attend your event. I hope say near making
loud and clear. I mean,
Yes.
you are on point.
So we get the people.
Mo dear no say mo market Ghana.
Yes, into
Nah,
we,
into
we,
will be some say wo so we Ghana ni.
great.
Wo ye den ni den. Boy amanie na yen fan kan ye marketing no.
wow,
Na yen
thank
bo the
you.
room out.
Yes.
So clear, that one is simple.
Yes. So this is the first thing that we do.
Good.
Now, when we get these, ideas in the
Events ni nyina me
we
yes
meet-
me
they
yes
meet
na.
you biya. You can call most of the event organizers Utati Munkan during December. The catch us, oh yes, we engage Ghana
Like
tourism
rhythms
and-
on the runway.
Yes. How do I know the people? Bob events now tell you the people behind it.
Like Afrochella,
Afrochella Kennedy,
like Afro Nation.
Afro Nations, to see how we free be Rudy.
Hey, this man is.
So
on
I'm
top
just
of his
letting you
game.
know, sir, we engage them.
I see.
We because say bibi anku year. Oftentimes, we in Kahon, but let me just draw your attention to something. In 2017, when there was an issue in Kentampo, for example, the first call, hey, Ghana tourism. But what nobody knew, and they say, hey, Bimpwa, not that entire jurisdiction of And we sought to do these things to bring the industry together so that there could be some level of protection and control. We shouldn't be seen as an agency rather that fights the industry. Rather, we should protect the industry. And so we do this to support and grow the industry.
Oftentimes, you have to say, Musi, okay, so apart from, tell us what you are doing, let's see how we can help you market it. Nani, do you give any other forms of support?
I think, sir, Halifax,
Yeah.
for this one, it's relative to every event. And you see, before I leave here, I'll put out a website where we actually accept all the proposals. Now, when we receive your proposal, we kind of match it against a certain criteria of things that we expect, say, you should have done. For example, so the proposal be aba. One of the first things I want to look at is your venue. Namashe. Oh, okay, this is your venue. Have you got it? Yes, I've got it booked. So it's one of the things that makes me say, so okay, this looks good. Have you got? I mean, how are you going about it? Who are your vendors? Who is doing what for you? What is your floor planning? Your action items, your action plan for the entire program that you're organizing, when it's starting and when it's ending. We go through all these things together. And Halifax, I think, sir, being in the industry, you know, sir, for you to say, sir, this is a good event, you would have crossed all these
There are
things.
certain boxes you should
Exactly.
tick.
Once
don't
you
just-
have them checked, I believe, sir, it's one thing you can say, oh, these guys, look, let's add them, let's promote them, let's push them. Sometimes it's not what we give you, but rather the pedestal, the level to which we're able to take you.
the brand
gives you what you
endorsement
need.
alone.
Exactly. And so this is what our focus for the industry is.
Okay, so sometimes it is not what we give you, but the facilitation, the cooperation, the push. Are there sometimes you actually give?
I'm saying, Michelle say, the guy can say, relative to each program.
In the relative to each
So,
program,
say,
are
my
there
program-
programs that you
Halifax, for our
actually
program,
give
bro,
money?
who say bibi woman say me, yeah, we'll discuss it.
Obi di ni dia ba wa ma-
Emu dey here what is or there about what is it? What be say bibi and you see, we deal with
who ba
Bakubia.
interview me? Maybe so I will say when team boy am with the me sika ka ho ana na say depending because enyo bia no hia sika.
So senior,
And that is a fact. Now, me
Yeah.
say, omo amu hia sika no.
uh-huh.
If you think they check all the boxes,
Yeah.
and no crest omu hia sika,
Uh-huh.
mu de be ma omo, ana ma mo dida.
Oh, you see, Halifax.
Yeah.
Let me not. Let me just go straight to the point. The thing is this: so do you proposal aba?
Ow, papa,
Es-
mu ma
what if-
sika.
Sikado, it's not something that we ordinarily would do,
Eh,
but
like I
we
said,
support you with the
Mumbai.
things you need. For example, You know how difficult it is
Uh-huh.
to get access to certain venues.
That's true.
Great. Say Bibi Sawabe Humi. Now who say, oh, this is a venue you need. Your concept looks good. You have all your sponsorship, you have all your support, but you have a problem with that venue. Niameka Chon say, Unim Bibi, give me a few minutes or give me 2 or 3 days. I'm going to see how I can get that venue for you. That discussion goes beyond just Casa. There could be 1 or 2 things that go in there to make sure you have the venue. Obi, see, it's case by case. Anything I mean to me, and Jinan Crani Muntu to me, Jinan Kaze, me massacre. No, we don't.
Na want to mean can say more massacre council.
I know they meet me a massacre. And I can say,
Now when now back when me I go round.
I'm not here.
Oh, well, as if for listen to me. I'm not judging them or condemning them. At the end of the so big event, and also me pesika second would the the important. Sanyasa would they call high venue, would they call high stage, and now would they call highlights, and now would they call a promotion be. So if they can do some, services that otherwise we'll have used the money to do, I mean, why not? And say, which one do I do first? Let me still continue on this tangent. I will come to Charlie what say later on. Mr. Adami, in marketing this event, in promoting this event, in selling Ghana, in pushing this campaign, what is your relationship with other stakeholders? Taxi drivers who chauffeur this tourists around, restaurant operators who have to keep their places tidy and meet certain standards. Relationship, I went outside the country now saying, no need to mention the country. And, once in a while in the evenings, I just enter a taxi and they take me somewhere. Master, they know where exactly they are taking me to. So, no, be rapper one. Amu mami koto onkunto tan be the body. I say no more rap, no more brandy idea no count idea no me do me say oh minister the pool ne $100 GTA taxi drivers who actually drive tourists around, food vendors who actually coconut sellers, hotel operators. What is the relationship with them?
Okay, Halifax, Medase. This is also, of course, as you said, on the same discussion, but from another tangent. So one of the things we've been doing the past few months, training. Say wow to Anamokrako airport currently. As our airport, maybe taxis from taxis arrival hall. They will tell you say they've been engaged in the past weeks.
Oh really?
With training, yes.
You've been engaging them?
Yes, we've been engaging them. There's been, I think I can say at least 2 times that, or let me speak of one at least, that they'll tell you that there's been at least 1 training that's been done. Now, the purpose of this is for the same discussion that we are doing. Say, me pese se ofa taxi drivers on for unko bebia. Onompono is almost close to being a
tour guide.
Exactly. And in Sihwa, if you go to Uber and have a discussion with them, they will tell you, say, yes, there's been such trading also that's been discussed and ongoing. In fact, I think one has been held already. Of course, some of the other regions, it's being done. And this was one of the projects that's been put under the Ghana Cares. I don't know whether you've heard about Ghana Cares or Bantapa project. So it's one of the things that they sought to achieve in helping. See, we bring up a plan. We want to boost the industry because we think we need to protect that industry and make it better. So when we come up with these things, we try to look for that kind of support by training the people, and which is what we get these supports for. And with what you're asking, taxi drivers, Uber drivers, the hospitality, let's say hotels, service providers and all that, we are engaging them. And it's something that we do, should I say, it's very sustained and it happens. It's conscious, something that we do all the time. And so we engage them, we take them through this kind of trainings against or all narrowed to the fact that we know we want to head towards that point where Ghana is seen as the holiday, season to go to. I mean, you can testify to what we've done in the past 4 years, I would say, starting from 2019. You will see a very, very tremendous increase in the number of visits into this country. But for COVID, of course, we all know what happened. But what should we do? We can't say no.
What about COVID? What about Russia, Ukraine? But you see, so as members of the general public, how can we support this training? For instance, I walk into any restaurant and the washroom stinks to the high heavens.
Yeah.
I walk into a 2-3 star hotel and I find cobwebs in the.
Great.
Because we only complain GTA. Apart from the screaming and nagging, what should we all do to support?
So I mean, of course, say Bibisa na say you believe say you are part of the industry, na say you want to see it work, which I believe say will be OTABia want to see that happen. One of the first things that you consider, Ubisa who say, intino adia ma hu kra hwan e na men kan kire no. The screaming won't help. First of all, you can get on your phone and then download the Visit Ghana app. It's an application that we have. So you'll be out here. It works on Android. It works on iOS. You can get that.
Visit Ghana.
Visit Ghana.
App.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, when you get on that app, there's a section where you can send us these complaints directly, so that it helps us to look at those places and then see what we can do with them. There's also, I mean, internally there's the inspection that is currently ongoing. It goes on all through the year, but they do maybe you beef it up a little bit. And what we do is that we inspect all the facilities and then you keep internet and now a facility be name was 4-star or China you're grading now 2-star. It's because of some of these things. And we're also doing our part to make sure, but there's more we can do. That I would agree. But it starts from somewhere, which is why we have the app. Apart from the app, I think it would be nice, Obia, if you can find at least a contact at that particular hotel, make your report. Some of them have these feedback systems. Let's not ignore those things because they actually get collated into a system where the issues are dealt with. Let's look at that as well.
So I'm trying to download this now. Visit Ghana. It's still loading. I'm sure. Because you see, if we don't get the citizen participation involved,
Okay.
how many are your men? I mean, you can't go everywhere. But it's the same public that will patronize these facilities. And so, but me market ya na mum promo ba so mo ba na the omwene be hu ye no meet certain standards so mo come baby. Another group will come next year.
Yeah.
So our numbers,
Yeah.
so our numbers keep increasing, but it's always a new set rather than people who say, "Oh, the place is neat." What about this perception? Say, tourists there, say, find one any. And to say, Kubenu ye 2 cedi because we Brunei catch and say 6 cedi. It's a normal. I mean, it's a phenomenon. Do you know about it or you don't?
Halifax, that's the same way there.
Me man say yes, marketing Ghana and marketing na.
But of course, obitimo asem out there na there. You see, it is up to us to begin to be honest with ourselves. You can only be honest with somebody when you are sincerely honest with your own self. It is honestly unfair to say ho. I didn't need 2, I made a cogene 5.
And demotivating.
It's very bad.
Because on Jimmy yes how. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
watch checking the prices that
even mo check grounds on mama. Obi nim say obi be catch us nim say kube we dey me nkoto akra mo. Onimpa na emum ya na nka oso wa hwe. Now so unfortunately, I mean, I believe that individually, we should begin to be honest with our own selves. It should be able to help us, to be honest with others. It's unfair, and from the point of tourism, your part. We'll keep trying to make it look better to bring the people, but some of these I don't see it as petty, a hard ring, but I think that it's up to us also, the individuals. So who say only be so ni muna chance Jack anko you don't do that because kwa okoi adwuma ma ye nyina bragana ni na that de ba ko pe na all cultural
na demotivating.
Exactly. And I think that it begins with us.
Mr. Adami, when I go to Bukom a lot, and in front of the Asha Fort, they be a who Rasta boys, be no money bro for them. I'm also tour guides, and some their dreads are long, some look scary, some look neat, some don't look too neat. Who are they? I mean, when these tourists come, muna mu market here so mumbra so muba. Who are the real tour guides and who are the guru boys?
Yo, Halifax, who can James Town come make us a Socrates here?
I mean, say I'm come up so why not?
I mean, can make us a video and Socrates here, but let me say, the woman said, I would have really loved to stay
away from,
but
Well, I mean, I wouldn't push you, but
Yeah,
please note it
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Namun shana yen address. Enya James Stamp. We call Labadi Beach.
It happens. I mean,
last time, Safo, we went to Central Region. Was it Elmina Castle we went?
Cape Coast, yeah.
Cape Coast Castle.
Yeah.
And then they came to us and said,
Yeah.
you are coming to show me Halifax Addo Cape Coast Castle. I mean, you. Please. I mean, what do you mean?
I think so. I mean, BBC and you na die hon so for example.
Now, when you are free here, when a woman said to me, no, I mean, who are they? Where do they come from?
Some who many are Jamaican hello.
I no money more call around. Then they'll get to the art center. No more can crunch. I lend me. Many of you are like when little man about Najani. I mean, it's
whether even the narratives they are giving about the
it's
monuments
true or not.
It's true or not,
true
yeah.
or not.
They have no idea about what the facility is. No more can be say oh Nkrumah Daha na a hotel. Who told you said now James Eshafort a hotel?
But Halifax, let me draw your attention to something. I mean, this obviously is something that again a lot of people may not know. So there's something that we launched also in the late years of 2019 called the Ghana Gurus. And
Ghana
this was
Gurus,
yes.
As in GURE.
Yes, Guru, yeah.
Okay.
It's something that it's a whole concept that was used to train, get a lot of tour guides into the system,
Okay.
where you on your own can actually sign in, go through a course, and then be part of the tour guides. It's something that we did, and it's currently ongoing. I won't be able to speak much on that, but I just need you to know that there's something.
As least you are trying to address it.
Exactly.
Give them some training.
Great. And sometimes sensitizing the people to want to join is another thing altogether. For example, Rasta man, yeah, okay. Charlie, no koneken yeah, banish when over. Boba chom non ma.
Be worship on.
It will take a while, but it doesn't mean that nothing is being done. At least we've started from somewhere. It's up to us to encourage ourselves. And like I said earlier, it begins from us. Netosubio, say, oh, now who's now you should also know, say, look, you want to visit a particular facility. Majority years a Cape Coast, say, who do want to you would get the right guidance.
Oh, some of my young remote parking will can no more. Okay, and so back to December in GH, a campaign, a promo is a whole season. What are some of the events you've had on your program so far? You are marketing for this December in GH season.
Okay, so again, I'll take you back a bit to what how we go about getting the events together.
Okay.
As I speak with you, we have launched December in GH 2 weeks ago at La Palme.
So soon 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's almost
the ABD Mona Councillor Luch was real.
Oh.
Was it not the one we attended?
You are 2 weeks.
Hey, so.
Now, we launched that, and then so you'll be utter following more. We've already asked people to submit events. Now, apart from asking people to submit events, there are some events. I mean, it's obvious. It's a year-on-year thing. An example is my brother sitting here,
Neiman Charlie.
I will not wait for me to bring a proposal.
Okay, Matthias.
I know say it will happen. Into mine is to Charlie. The thing will happen. Yeah, we are working towards.
You already know what it is anyway.
Exactly. Into some of them, I can say it's going to happen. But do no, you're free for the fact that meaning say it happens doesn't mean say he doesn't have to. I believe say you've already submitted, and he has done that. Other events to do the same thing. Kennedy or Becca say yes, I've submitted my event. We know it will happen, but we still encourage you to submit so that we still make sure that we go through the right processes. As I speak with you, we've received a little over 60.
60.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
And we are reviewing them.
Across the country?
Yes, across the country. So currently, we are just going through the quick review process. Very soon, we'll come up with the calendar itself that has all the events that's going to happen.
The dates, the venues.
Exactly, the dates and the venues and everything. If you ask me to try and mention at least some, I can only put them under umbrellas. For example, we have cultural events that are going to be happening around. If you know the Masqueraders one that happens in Takoradi, it's going to happen. That we know. Some of the other ones, Winneba currently
is the 1st January one. I think Takoradi is before Christmas, that era.
Exactly. Now, Winneba, it looks like it's going to be bigger now, but of course, Afena, we are engaging them, and when the proposal comes out, we'll know what exactly they want to do. And some of the comments, this is just on the side. Some of the comments I picked, they say they actually think they started it, and it has to be bigger.
Yes, the history says so.
The history obviously says so.
They call this fancy dress.
Great.
And bro,
It's
big.
It's big, yes.
But you see, if not for programs like what you are doing
to
now.
brand it, it becomes
brand-
difficult.
nobody knows
You
about
agree
it.
with me? Said there's also one that came up a few, I think, years ago. Potomanto.
Potomanto.
It's one of the things that we love to see, but we are still waiting. Say Ebehu and also, and then we know others. Afrochella,
The
Tips of
established
Ghana,
ones are there,
all of them we know, but I can't say that these and these and these are going to happen until we put out the calendar.
Me
But
home back home, see almost say teen something.
yeah, way.
They did it at aviation
Teen rave.
teen rave.
Teen
uh-huh.
rave.
Teen rave.
Yeah, they
Charlie-
submitted.
You see me, then you will not be teen, so you don't understand. But the teens are like, yeah, that's a program.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
program,
I
right?
mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, as far as it's something that's going to bring controlled fun that we know, say,
Sure.
to some extent we can control what is happening. I believe, say, as an authority, we'll throw our weight behind it and make it happen. It's just up to us looking through what they bring, and if it checks the boxes that we have, of course, why not? I believe, say, it can be
And
part
one of the
calendar.
programs you have is Charlie Watty.
Charlie Watty, yes.
Let me move to this man who started the whole thing. His name is Nimanche. It's been some 12 years of trials and triumphs.
All cycles.
Nimanche,
Yeah, me too. You're there.
you were Drumona.
Nice one. Nice one.
Well, no tree I love you.
Davi.
I see. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sustaining the program for over a decade is not a joke.
No, it's not. It's not. But it's been an exciting 11 years and 12 cycles for us. And thank you to the city of Accra, for supporting it, and also for being inspired. For also being inspired by the work that we do, or we've done for the last 11 years.
What has been the inspiration on this Charlie Watty thing? What keeps you going?
I think that it's important that when we're making a country, we need also critical imagination.
Critical imagination.
Yes.
Yes, Annie.
So Charlie Watty is an exercise in critical imagination.
What is critical imagination?
Critical imagination is what we use to build spaces, to build worlds, to build states.
Nemanche, we
Yes.
beg you, come down to our level, okay? Building spaces, building worlds, no, you said we knew. Calm down, eh? Skip the one. Me and my coconut seller work. Critical imagination. Actually, meaning what is it?
If you like, imagination is pretty straightforward. Ideas.
Okay.
Right.
So ideas.
Ideas.
That is critical imagination.
Yeah, well, ideas that move things, ideas that generate.
That move things. Like
Yes.
if I want to move things, like.
So let me give you an example.
Be careful. Be careful.
So for why? Oh, I want to understand. Like move things.
Right. So 11 years ago, there was no Charlie Watty.
Sure.
11 years ago, we did not have an ecosystem for art. 11 years ago, we did not have a sort of infrastructure or a framework to build an infrastructure for viable art. But somebody imagined it and was consistent with it, and now we have a consistent, viable art economy in Ghana that is thriving, and as we speak, all the current international artists that are doing so well, who are Ghanaian, have all come from Charlie Watty. So that's a critical infrastructure that this space needed, and somebody had to do it.
Now repeat that. You said all the what?
The international multidisciplinary artists, Ghanaian multidisciplinary artists who have made it internationally now, have all come from Charlie Watty.
For example.
Kwame Akoto, Ibrahim Mahama, Serge Atukwe Clote. It's a lot of them.
How did they come from Charlie Watty? How exactly? What did you do for
Well, they started their practice within the festival. That's where most people get to experiment. That's where people test ideas, like I mentioned earlier on. And these ideas have also propelled these people into international art spaces, and they're doing pretty well.
Okay. Charlie Watty sometimes is a bit confusing.
How?
to the ordinary man, well, there is some arts exhibition and some music and food and drawings and displays going on. So we're going to pass through to see, maybe buy a little or have
Right,
fun.
right.
But I don't actually know what it's. What is it? What is it? Well,
It's
is
an
it
art
for the?
festival.
So is it for who and who? What is the target audience? Who owns it? Who
So-
can
so first-
participate?
first
who
of
can?
all,
yeah.
Chalawote is happening in a historical community of Accra Central between Jamestown and Kinka, which is Ushertown. Right. These two spaces have been instrumental in the formation of what we now know as Ghana. You understand? It has some of the most historical heritage sites. Jamestown is full of tunnels. You know, there are particular houses that have tunnels that lead all the way to the Atlantic. You know, these tunnels were used to traffic people. You know, James Fort used to be a holding facility for the enslaved, as well as Asher Fort. You know what I mean? So I think that when we think about Accra, when we think about Jamestown and Ushertown, we do not associate it with this brutal history of enslavement that, you know, this whole continent has experienced. You know, so it was important to situate it in a space like that, and then make the art accessible. You know, prior to Chalawote, if you're going to see an art exhibition, you probably have to go to some posh space, some hotel, or some cultural institution, foreign cultural institution who consistently put on art shows. You know, but now art has become accessible to the common man. You were mentioning ordinary people. Chalawote is about the ordinary people.
I see. So why explain the entire which was a venue, no? The historical
Right.
antecedents.
Right.
Now
It also has a long
it's for
history of
the-
resistance, you know, which we do not talk about at all. I think that there's a fixation with our history of enslavement, you know, but our people did not just take it laying down. They resisted continuously, consistently, you know, and I think that
Well,
it's
I mean,
important that that history of resistance is also projected, because it happened concurrently with the enslavement. You know, in most places they resisted. Maybe some certain spaces got overrun by slave raiders, but in a lot of spaces they resisted it. You know, until it was abolished.
Yeah, that's maybe those details will be for another day when we get some. I mean, more time, because I'm not too happy when I see the way the place is these days. A lot of things we came to meet and what we read, I don't know why they are all going off, and there is no agenda to protect them, no agenda
I
to
think
tell the
that there is
story.
a lot of the historical sites within Jamestown, they fall under the Museums and Monuments Board, like James Fort, Asher Fort. Those are facilities that the Museums and Monuments Board maintains, you know.
Yes, you see,
And some of them
those-
are also World Heritage sites.
the World Heritage sites
You
are
know,
going
so
off. I mean,
so there are quite a number of spaces within that
and there are
enclave.
quite a number that are all gone. And what you are doing, it's beautiful, but I wish we had protected some more.
Right. I mean, that's an
the-
ongoing conversation. I think that that's something
Till date, it beats my imagination. How come the Sea View Hotel disappeared?
that was tragic.
I don't understand.
That
it.
was tragic.
No,
That was tragic. That was
Is it that they
tragic.
didn't know the history
Uh,
behind it?
Well, it's
So for you know Sea View.
it's
Oh, Halifax.
it's a conversation that
Anyway,
has gone on for a while, and it's sad that that happened.
Anyway.
But then also, I think that within the space that we are talking about, there's quite an intense economic situation there. You know, so I think a lot of things that happen that are reactionary is a response to people having to, you know, make decisions about, you know, keeping a heritage site or feeding yourself. You know,
it's a different
I mean
conversation
that's
because
the
we can
reality
go on
of it.
and on. So
Right,
if you
right,
keep an
right.
heritage site, will there not be the hen that lays the golden egg forever rather than, you know,
There,
just
there has to be more. There has to be more education.
and engagement, you know.
Right,
So let's
right.
move on. So you said it's for the people.
Right.
Who are the
right.
people who can participate in this Charlie Water?
Everyone. And it's called Chalewote because we wanted to create a leveler.
What does it mean, Charlie? What?
Well, friend, let's go.
What language is that?
I think Charlie comes from, during the Second World War, this place had an American base. And apparently when they talk on the radio, Charlie 1 over Charlie 2. So after the war, the Ghanaian soldiers also picked it up. That's what I've been told. So that Charlie is like slang from Second World War signalers.
And it has come to mean what?
It has come to mean friend.
Pal.
Yeah,
my
pal,
buddy.
man.
Eh.
Also, like everybody in this country has a relationship with Chalewote. From
Let's
the-
define the meaning first. We'll come to this relationship. So
right.
it doesn't mean it
it's a
doesn't
reference
mean
for,
the
initially it's a reference for flip flops,
okay.
right? Bathroom slippers.
Yes.
You understand? Everybody within our social hierarchy, from the wealthiest to the people at the
We all
bottom,
have flip flops.
right?
We
Everybody
don't know
wears
what you
Chalewote. So that's why I was saying earlier on that we picked that.
Are you sure you have Charlie Water today? They know you. Miss
So,
Odami,
it's also-
do you still have Charlie Water?
I-
It's somewhere in the
Oh,
house.
yeah, could be a shame.
Yeah, go. Sapo, where is your Charlie Water?
My chalo is in the house.
You-
Chalote, actual Chalote.
Charlie
yes.
Water,
I
nobody.
don't have that one. Nuelembe Chalote denche.
Ahon Lulu.
Oh, hey, mommy.
Sit down. Over
Hey, mommy.
I get it. So it's open to everyone.
Right,
How
right.
do we participate? Do I just show up with my art and say I want to?
Well, what happens is that every year in January there's a call for artists and call for participation.
Where is the call made?
In January of every year.
That is when. Where?
Where it's made online.
So my grandmother who does carving as a papa, she should go online and go and.
So I'll tell you this. When we started this festival, we didn't have an advertising budget. And the internet became where we advertise. Charlie Water became big through the internet, not through traditional media. You understand? And in 2011, when we took off, we did not have, when we found out how much it was going to cost to consistently advertise and create this media blitz around an event that was just beginning, we did not have that budget. So we decided to use Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
And you
especially.
didn't leverage in a
Tumblr.
relation. You didn't leverage in a personal relationship with friends in the media.
Well, we
This
did.
is Mr. Odami from GT.
We did. Well, we
promoting
did.
December in GH. He didn't
Well,
go through marketing at Despite
don't-
Media.
I don't think that at the time we did not have this situation. 2011 was, almost 12 years ago. You understand? It was a very different space. And also people did not have this sort of interest, now what I would say a deeply rooted interest in art.
Okay. 11 years down the line, there is now deep-rooted interest in arts. You have
Right.
friends in the media. Why do you still announce participation and open, only online? Why not traditional media? Many of us will do it for absolutely free.
I think that we've done that. We've cultivated relationships, but I think that there have been particular institutions.
Nimanchi,
That have been interested.
I asked you a few minutes ago, you said you do that only online.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, why not traditional media? Now you're
So
doing it.
so I'm speaking. What I'm saying is that we have made inroads into traditional media. We have cultivated relationships, and the institutions who have shown interest seem to be the ones who announce alongside us. You understand? So, but it's so the relationships are expanding. Today I'm sitting here. I've never been to this radio station before. So today I'm here. Now we know each other. So Socrates is here.
Who are your main partners for this Charlie Water 2022 edition?
So certainly Ghana Tourism Authority, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the AMA, and a few other cultural organizations.
These are government institutions. So
Yes.
we're from this talk in town that when the government take forward government take support to you've not heard those talks?
Well, I think that it's taking a bit for government to be interested in art, and promoting it on a large scale. And the interest has come because now they see the viability of it, you know. And I think that a lot of the time, you're dealing with technocrats who understand things through numbers and particular type of language.
The data and the science.
Right, right. So now you have to prove to them that this is viable, and if you make such and such investment, this is the outcome. So by GTA being here with us, it shows that now they have seen the data. We have, since 2016, we've given, particularly the Ministry of Tourism, data on the
Okay.
activities that we do, numbers. So now there's an understanding of the structure. There's an understanding of what goes into it. Hence the current engagement.
So
that, we have.
this year's edition, how many exhibitors are we looking at here?
You mean participating artists?
Yes, please.
So we have 28 Ghanaian artists and 15 international artists participating.
That's about 43
Yeah.
if my math is right.
Right.
The only time I'm good in math is when I'm counting money. Apart from that, no need for anyone. I see.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they cut across what disciplines?
Muralists, photographers, filmmakers, dancers, performance art, installation artists. Yeah, it's pretty wide, and there's a lot of performance.
And that's 15 international acts. Which countries are we talking about here?
Brazil, Switzerland, Spain,
Whoa.
the U.S.,
All coming down
Europe.
to Ghana.
Yeah,
That's big.
yeah. It's I think that even because we're just coming out of the pandemic, people are still shaking themselves out.
I see.
So comparatively, it's we've had more, but I
In the
think that
past. I see.
there's also this global recession happening. So
Don't
I-
don't talk about the Russia Ukraine.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
no.
Let's
No, I'm
heard
talking
that
about
it's
it. I mean, the world
it's
is
becoming a
experiencing.
cliche these days.
No, but the world is experiencing a recession.
And we are having about how what's the patronage expectation? What numbers are we estimating?
Conservatively, we've usually done over 300,000 people over a 3-mile radius. There are over 10,000 businesses that directly benefit from the festival and its activities within Accra Central. From big to medium level to low, small scale businesses.
What's the estimation for this year? There's figures for last year. You've spoken about recession and
Right.
other factors. So
I
this
think
year
that
we are expecting average.
for anyone who is buying it, who's doing buying and selling, anybody that's trading, from within the hospitality business or transport or arts business or media, there is direct and indirect benefits, throughout the festival period
Okay.
because of the number of people who show up and then also the economic activities that the festival generates.
So it is happening this Saturday and
It's-
this Sunday.
It started on Friday, actually, the
Friday?
12th. Yes. I think that for most people, their attention has always been on the weekend.
So what is happening on Friday? Friday, what exactly will we see?
Well, today we are at the National Theatre. We're having our film labs and salons there. There are speaking engagements. There are knowledge sharing sessions, between Ghanaian artists, international artists sharing their work. We're screening international films, interviewing the directors. They're sharing work. We're doing workshops. We're training people in like color grading, photography.
So today is more of a
Today's-
technical work session,
Right, but also
capacity building sort
that's
of
right.
seminar.
Right.
And the real fun where the way the ordinary people want to come and say is Saturday.
But you see, those sessions are so important.
It's
you know,
important to those who are engaged in that type of business. We who are coming to see and dance and jump around is Saturday and Sunday.
I also like it's great that there's massive public participation during the weekend, but we also like that same sort of interest within these seminars and knowledge exchange.
Okay, 101.7 FM.
These knowledge exchange sessions that we have, because a lot of people are getting trained in different things. You know, the graffiti artists and the muralists that we've worked with over the years, because of all these exchanges, they've been able to develop their own techniques. If you watch the kind of street art and murals that are happening now, there's a tone to it, which wasn't present a while ago. And all of these things have come from consistent engagements with other people from other countries who are more experienced, who have more to share, who have more to pass on. You know, the same thing with film, same thing with photography, same thing with all these different disciplines of art. We have knowledge sharing sessions for them, and it would be great to have a lot more public participation within those
The training
spaces. You know,
sessions. Okay. His name is Neimanche. His brainchild is this Charlie What's it thing we've all grown to love. He's a tough gentleman. Very tough. I mean, the criticisms, the attacks, has gone through it all. And the other gentleman is Mr. Odnami, project officer from the GTA. I'll be right back because they have this anti-day bus that they've opened top bus. We don't know where the bus moves from to where and how much it takes to rent it and
Enjoyment bus,
who can
enjoyment
sit
bus.
in it. Does it have private rooms, cold rooms? We can have private sessions. I'll be back.
Okay,
Enjoyment,
FM
enjoyment.
101.7.
Hey, Charlie, nyoma bi ya pao. Pese weni nana wana bobo pa. Ana wo hu ade bi pa o pese o to na so wusika so. Oh. But where you that you know, Vodafone cash overdraft. Bebe we feel peche. Ane, wo de dial star 110 hash. Select option 5. Na wo dem. Say yemfa no say o pese o to 50 cedis data bosumi bia. Na aka usika 30 cedis wo Vodafone cash wallet so a. Vodafone cash overdraft nje no ma o kwan ma wonya sika ka usika ho. The year the person who ye be overdraft. Oh, say yeah.
Anyo, we for fra a big gas. Vodafone cash overdraft is a yen ma wo kwema winye sika ka usika. So we do Vodafone cash. Etia wo broadband subscription. Moto airtime na data. Empose wo send the sika. It is a kakra down.
Vodafone.
It's Hollandia yogurt, a nourishing snack. Check. Vitality. Check. Taste. Check. Vitamins, calcium. Check. It's Hollandia yogurt. It's Hollandia yogurt. Hollandia yogurt.
Enjoy a nourishing boost of vitality with Hollandia yogurt. Available in strawberry and plain sweetened, fortified with vitamins A, B2, B12, and a source of calcium. Grab a pack of nourishment and level up. This advert is FDA approved.
Okay, FM 101.7.
tontonte yɛnom nsa ne yɛfa adwen ne yɛfa adwene mpa sɛ na nanu nim sɛ berɛ bi bɛba ama tontina 74 wopaayɛ no simple T74 abɛyɛ aduro tontina 74 anaa T74 asan twe yɛadwene asi nananom dodo so sɛdeɛ na dodo boa ma nananom ɛnyare basabasa no saa na tontina 74 anaa T74 ɛboa nipadua no ɛma immune support enti obi a ɔnom bie no aberɛ biara ne ho dendenden tontina 74 yi nso yɛayɛ no sɛ nsuo krokrowa enti baabi a wonam bia wobetimi de wade akɔ samene wo a anka firi na akuro yi ɛda no nkɔ na wie yɛ wabra mennom T74 sɛ mennom tonti na 74 a menya hoɔden mennom no da bia T74 yi ɛyɛ hahama ɛne yɛde ayɛ na DHC ɛna aframa na yɛ kama saa no T74 ahoɔden ne apɔmuden nko a wokɔ pharmacy ana baabi eto nnuro bia wobenya tonti na 74 yi bi ato T74 yi ɛnyɛ ma ɔba a wafa afuro ana obi a ɔma nufoɔ ana sɛ obi a onya mfie dumienu ɛto phone frɛ 050-162-8931 ɛna 0246-073-498 FDA agye adwadie nkratoɔ yi atom.
Okay, FM 101.7.
So, a little bit of unfortunate, worrying news trickling in. Ghana Fire Service, we beg you, we plead with you. It's an emergency situation. There is a house at opposite the Sion Driving School, Ayariga Down, at Westland. This house is directly opposite the Sion Driving Academy at an area called Ayariga Down at Westlands. Westlands should be around Hachua Atomic, that area there. This house has been on fire for the past hour and a half, and they've called the Ghana Fire Service several times, and the house is going down. And unfortunately, it is the house of my own friend and brother, Anaya Odebra. Ghana Fire Service, mididi mwatemanka by now my friend father. Into yesremo, where the pamucho. Ayariga down. Fiebi woho. Mu kwa, mu make sure se mutanka nunsuo wum. Fienu ewo Sion Driving Academy enimpe. For the past 1.5 hours, Fienu eshi. Mamon train na enshi gribo once number call with empty tanks. Ya nua Amaya Debra fee. Ghana Fire Service. Yes, Remo. Attempted the and come enti momfa saa wode mu hu Amaya Debra mobo. Mo make sure say mo kwa ne fie no mo tanka no nsuo wom. Yes, Remo. Fie no ewo area bi e frɛ ho Ayariga down. Ayariga down wo Westland. O ya Westland ya ben bibia Achimota Forest bi almost see forever wheel no. Na ne fie no is directly opposite the Sion Driving Academy. Ghana Fire Service. For the past 1.5 hours, the residency omwa frɛ mu saa. Say one contema fie no beshi gribo, and it may extend to the next house and the next house and the next house. A bag of cement now costs 65 cedis. It is obi fie shia. Same yemi sheshem. A block of block. How do we say a block? One block is about 5 cedis 50 pesos. Anyway. Let me go back to my studio. So we're in the Charlie Water season. It starts today actually at the National Theatre now. You can go for your training sessions. Then from tomorrow and Sunday, the mass participation. Let's go and support a brother. Auntie Dede, if we, Ms. Wadami, we've been seeing this, your bus, this open top bus. What does this, who is this for? Who can sit in it?
All right, so I think, should I say it's coincidence? As part of what we are discussing today at Chalawati for tomorrow and Saturday. So
okay,
the bus will actually be at some point. Now, as part of our add-ons to what our brother has been doing, we want to give opportunity for people to have city tours.
City tours?
Yes. So the bus purposely does a tour of Accra. It normally takes close to an hour to finish a tour within that enclave of Accra. And there's something that's been happening. There are a lot of groups that come to the Tourist Information Center to actually book the bus. And
really?
As an individual also, you can just walk in there and make a booking. You'll be given what dates, are available, what seats are available and everything.
What is the seats are? What is the size of the bus? How many
So
seats?
the bus takes 58 at a time.
58.
But we don't load 58. We try to keep it at least lower, so that there is that freedom. And then you have when you have too many people with somebody standing in front of you, a tour guide talking, sometimes you don't need to overload the bus to create comfort. And it has mankuta mankono, there's the top and then the down. What we do is that we put in tour guides, one down and one up, to be able to speak to the people in the bus
to send us through
great
Accra.
So yes, so at Chalawati, what we are doing is that the bus will be available. We have some coupons that will activate.
Yeah.
I think Socket should have access to some of those coupons. Now the activation is such that you just...
No, I beg you.
Yes, it's given it. I'm looking at my time. Let's go.
All right. So, I mean, anybody who gets access to it, if you show up at Chalawati, you find the Ghana Tourism stand where we are. Just come verify the coupon. The bus will be around.
So the ticket will let me sit in this bus.
Yes.
And then it goes round.
Yes.
And then drops me back.
And then brings you back.
How much do I pay if I have a ticket?
Well, for this one, you don't pay nothing.
If I don't have a ticket, I want to sit in the bus. How much do I pay?
We can still make it easy for you. Just get to our stand, and there's an activation we'll be running there as well. And it also gives you.
So the GTA stand is just in front of the Cadbury,
yes.
What we call Cadbury.
Yes.
So let's say after APSA, and let's say Barclays.
After APSA, yes.
After APSA, just at that traffic light behind the General Post Office, the one that leads to Watu. Am I right?
In fact, from Watu, yeah. Hey.
Osikan.
Yeah, just after Osikan Park.
Yes, that's where we'll be.
That's
so
where
once you show up over there, come join the activation. It gives you easy access to getting it.
And also that is where the biggest Chalawati stage is going to be.
Yeah.
And we have a stage this year too.
Yeah.
Yes.
With
at Osikan
performance.
Park. Yes.
Osikan Park.
Yes.
Are we facing the sea or facing the road?
We're facing the road.
Okay, so
Yeah.
those even on the streets can, watch
Right,
from there.
right. So the action spots are Brazil House. There's going to be an
Which of the Brazil houses?
Brazil House. That's one of the heritage sites.
I mean, there is one
This-
after
this is,
the Asha Fort, and there is one at the Jamestown roundabout.
So no, maybe you're mixing it up with something.
I'm not.
But I'm aware of only one Brazil House, which was where the Afro-Brazilians who left Bahia to West Africa, one of the first settlements of Afro-Brazilians.
Where is that one?
That's on Brazil Lane, across from the St. Manche Palace. Right.
That is the one by the seaside.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The Atlantic is right. Is our backyard actually.
Okay.
So there's going to be so the Afro-Brazilians, when they came to Accra, they came with a lot of things. Music was one of the things that they came with.
What type of music?
It's called Agbe.
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 Agbe. Agbe mokuno.
It's really beautiful.
Agbe, that sounds jaw-breaking.
It's so from tomorrow and
what
Sunday,
is this similar to?
It's like so the roots of it are in Candomblé, but then it kind of sounds, it's like a fusion of
Does it sound like samba?
a little bit, but also like the Voltairean sound, and then
okay, it means it will have a lot of percussions.
It's a lot of percussion and bells.
Agbe.
Yes, and tambourines.
We'll be seeing that.
Well, yeah, so they are descendants. That building houses the descendants of these Afro-Brazilian actually warriors. This was after the war with the Portuguese people between 1863 and 1866. It was after the war that all of these people returned to the continent.
I'll be grateful if you could sum up. I have 2 minutes to leave this to you.
Right, anyway, come through tomorrow. The action spots are Brazil House, Asha Fort, Osikan Park, heading all the way towards the Supreme Court.
So would there be Brazilian ladies doing this Agbe?
Yes.
Can you describe them? What do they look like?
Well,
We have 2 minutes.
But it's important. We need to see what we're saying. Are they slim?
Come and see it for yourself. Tomorrow, this weekend is going to be
this
exciting.
Agbe, what do we wear to do the dance? I want to imagine.
They have colors, red.
How short or long is whatever they wear?
So the thing about Chalawote is that people create their own style and show up. So
the
create your own style
Brazilian
and show up.
ladies who will be dancing to the Agbe for us to come and see, what would they be wearing?
They wear long dresses. They wear long and they cover up.
Why are you laughing? What's that? His name is Nimanche. From today, they are the National Theatre.
Right,
I'm doing
right.
seminars
So from
and training
2 p.m.
sessions.
From 2 p.m., yes. From
Okay,
2
and it's
p.m. till
open to
7.
all.
Open to all. It's a free event.
Then tomorrow and Sunday,
we are on High Street.
On the High Street.
Yes.
Mr. Odami, so you, I mean, I wanted to talk for you, but talk for yourself. Sum up and let's go, yeah.
All right, so I mean, for me, it's coincidentally, or should I say, for some reason, we have met Chalawote in the same studio at the same time, where their event is it's actually happening currently, and so to experience all that we have discussed today, I'm sure he is here to bear to that fact. For the Mankuta Mankono bus, I mean the double-decker bus, it's for the city tour of Accra, which if you want to have access to, you come to the Tourist Information Center, which is opposite Afikiko. You can always have access to it. Just get in there, ask questions, and then you get
This promotional tickets, is it only for the Chalawote season or
yes. This
only
one
for the
was
Chalawote
done
season?
For Chalawote.
So OKFM should ensure that tickets go today and maybe tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, today.
Okay.
It's for Saturday and Sunday actually.
Okay.
There's a 2 o'clock and there's a 4 p.m.
Okay, that's
both
fine.
Saturday and Sunday. So show up on your ticket is actually defined. Your time.
The
and
time
your
is
date
okay.
there. So when you show up, we know what time you have, and then we know when to schedule you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So that is this. So at the Chalawote, they will be from the entrance just after the Osikan Park. That is where the GTA stand would be.
Yeah.
You would find all of them there. I hear over there with
And when you come to the GTA stand, we have a pub there.
You have a pub.
Yes.
You have GIPC.
Yes.
And then you have GTA.
Yeah, a pub.
Yeah, so you have a pub where we can eat and drink.
Yes.
And you have the GIPC with you to talk about,
These are partners we don't go anywhere without, so we usually,
Would they come and talk about depreciation and GT, what they touch on letting rock and Russian recruit or come and talk anyway? And Nimanche has the whole street to himself from that point all the way
to the lighthouse.
Halifax, bring your mind here. The lighthouse.
Well, actually, from fire service, the fire service training school.
Yeah, Agbadukui.
Yes. Agbadukui.
Okay, coming down.
Yes. all the way to Bishop.
As if this are paid for LPMs. They say in kind that these are Agbadukui and what Agbadukui Charlie what they say. Vodafone Force, I should tell you that you can experience real-time customer care at your own convenience using Vodafone Ghana digital channels. You can send money for absolutely free. You can buy data, you can buy airtime, you can pay bills, you can do mobile for free. My Vodafone app and my Vodafone web is where you can do this transaction for absolutely free. Just send money, buy data, buy airtime, pay bills, and many more. Download my Vodafone app on Google Play App Store and Huawei Gallery, and visit my Vodafone web on myvodafone.vodafone.com.gh. For customer support, say hello to Toby on WhatsApp number 050-1000-300 via SMS on 655 on Facebook Messenger. You can also tweet at us at Ask Vodafone GH or send your queries via email to info.gh@vodafone.com. Vodafone further together. Then wait for that. Okay. T74, the immune food. Tortina 74 mixture for general well-being helps in the treatment of the following: kidney disease, liver disease, heart-related disease, lung infections, eye infection, hepatitis B and C, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, prostate enlargement, candidiasis, asthma, sickle cell anemia, chronic cough, abdominal pain, fatigue, chest pain, early cancer, syphilis, gonorrhea, HIV, COVID, fibroid, ulcers, and wounds. Tortina 74 is available in every and any pharmacy shop near you. But for bulk purchase, please call 024-60-73498 or 050-162-8931. Is it here or there? It's not part of it? Okay, let's go on. And this one, anytime I talk about this matter, you think it's a joke. But it happened to me when my fashion designer used wrong fashion accessories. So for correct fashion accessories, if you're a tailor, you are a seamstress, you are a fashion designer, or you are into accessories and designing, please call this number or WhatsApp them 059-788-4421. 059-788-4421. They have German-made shirt buttons, brass gold buttons, shell buttons in many colors and sizes for all types of clothing designs to make your fashion ideas come to life. These buttons, zips, and trimmings from Europe are available in wholesale and retail quantities at very, very low prices. I repeat, Ghana Fire Service, yes, Remo. Fiebi Ewo Ayariga down, opposite the Sion Driving Academy, Ewo Westland. Reports no see Omwa Frem Musa Mundu ho for the past hour and a half. Please save the situation. So I wouldn't even call them guests. They are more of resource persons because it was more of an educative talk than a normal interview. Mr. Odami came from the Ghana Tourism Authority. He's a good man with beard. And then the good old Nimanche, the Charlie man, also has some beard. And then Sukri Safo was more of a backing vocalist today.
Yes, because I have gentlemen in the studio.
Who are you? If they are gentlemen, what are you?
Oh, I'm a gentleman. But you see,
sure, we Vodafone touching and we are proud sponsors. 12 of my uncle.
We were hosted by a rudely a friend is a character.
a ɔmanfo dodo no a wo mani gye twɔba didi ho ai wo bo hon ma na yere bɛyɛ nkwansa dan wankodi twɔba de amfa ammo ase a ɛnya ade a obetimi adi ama ne home aka ne ho edi ne enti e ma ne mema